I'm Arthur. And I'm Spencer Oliver. I'm Sylvester Kumar. I'm David Hay.
I'm Clarice.
I'm James Digger.
I'm Angel Townsend.
I'm Carl Frost. This is the live show. This is the live show. This is the live show.
Hello and welcome to the live show. I'm Spencer Oliver.
I'm dazzling Darren Barker.
Well, last week we was in Ireland. We was with Ryan Burnett. What a great young kid that was.
I love his fella, isn't he?
Great, nice great fella. British champion. And we had some real good fun with him. You can get that on our archives. If you missed that show, really worth watching. I think he's a kid for the future.
Yeah, definitely. Joe, what I liked about him, he just wants to fight.
Yeah.
You know, he just he loves fighting. He loves boxing. He's not a fan of football or any other sports. He just loves fighting. But he was really nice bloke. Let us into his lovely family home. Really looks after us.
Yeah.
His mum made me a nice cup of coffee. And we spoke all things Ryan Burnett. It was good.
Yeah, it was
good
really
evening,
good.
wasn't it?
Really good.
Good weekend actually.
It was brilliant. We was also with your old amateur boxing club,
That's
Brexton. They done well. They won 4-3 out there against the Dockers. So that was good. We was back to the grassroots of boxing, which was always cool, wasn't it?
I'd say that was I was fortunate enough, and you were as well, to travel the world boxing as an amateur, especially. But that was always my favourite trip in the calendar year, that when I was an amateur, because it was just always a laugh. There was a bit of pressure off. You always want to win, but it weren't when you was boxing as international for England. It was really serious and a lot of pressure. But when you went Repton, you sit yourself there, really laid back on it. You know, though the fighters all want to win as a team match, it's just a great trip. And the word I struggle with, calamari. You know, where like
Calamari.
Do you know what I mean?
Calamari, isn't it?
Calamari, yeah. There's a strong sense of that anyway.
Yeah, so anyway, it was a great weekend. But Ryan Burnett, if you missed that show, go onto our archives.
Camaraderie. That's it.
There you go. If you missed that, go onto the archives and catch his kid. We got him at the beginning of his career, but I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of him.
Yeah.
Anyway, this week is all boxing talk. We got Saturday night, it's a big night of boxing. We've got Derry Matthews boxing Terry Flanagan. I mean, what a great domestic dust-up. And also, to be fair, it's for the WBO world title, but I mean, great fight. Matthews, we've been seeing in so many great fights before, and we and Flanagan, unbeaten southpaw. Who'd you fancy?
Joe White, it's a great fight, like you say. It's that Manchester-Liverpool rivalry as well. It goes right back in the football. It's like the biggest game in the Premiership even now. Liverpool v Man U. But I mean, it's a great fight. You don't see Derry Matthews in a boring fight. He's been in wars, hasn't he? You know, and he likes to get stuck in. And Flanagan is a classy boxer who can box fight, and he shows a bit of everything. I think Flanagan, and I just think he's got form on his side, and I just think he hasn't been in the hard fight as Derry has. Yeah. And I just think for that reason, I'm picking him in what could be one of the fights of the year. Yeah,
I think so as well. I mean, that's going to be a great fight. And then over on Sky Sports, the one you've got to be watching is you're going to be getting myself and Mr. Darren B.
The live show on Sky.
The live show is on Sky. We are doing a bit of punditry together. So this is gonna kill you now. So we're talking about a great fight that's on. It's a WBA light heavyweight world title. Jürgen Brähmer versus who is it?
Gutenecht.
A kid called Gutenecht. Now, Gutenecht, they've boxed before. Brähmer won the first fight. Gutenecht thought that he won the fight, so that was for the European title. Now they're boxing for the world heavyweight title. Brähmer, the current holder. Now Gutenecht is a bit of something for him. In 2005, he was the last guy to beat Gennady Golovkin. He beat him in a multi-nations tournament. Golovkin only ever lost out of a few hundred fights as an amateur. He only ever lost to 8. Gutenecht was the last guy to beat him. So he's got the pedigree, man.
He has got the pedigree. I mean, they fought once before. This is a return, and he nicked the first one. Did Brähmer won the first one, so it's a return. If I'm deadly honest with you, I haven't seen that fight. Yeah. So I'm assuming it must have been quite a close or a good fight, because that's obviously the reason they're doing it again. Yeah. But Joe Brähmer, he's one of them economical sort of German fighters. You know, he's tough, he's strong, and he don't wow you, does he? He's not.
No, but I think he's just gone under the radar, because I mean, we've got like Sergey Kovalev's the the world champion at that weight. And we've got Stevenson as well. But Bramer, who's only ever lost a couple of fights, I think, what's his record? He's had 49, 147, only lost 2. But no one really seems.
Well, he knocked about 35 of them out.
He's had 35 knockouts, and no one really seems to know about him. But this guy, you know, could be. I mean, we first met him. He boxed Enzo Maccarinelli.
That's right.
I remember Enzo Maccarinelli got a golf ball in his eye in the fight, got stopped, didn't he? And Maccarinelli, to be fair, was doing really well, but that was the first time.
That's a good win, Maccarinelli, former world champion. He's hitting a bit of form now. I know Roy Jones is a complete washed-up fighter, but flipping heck. But the finish was unbelievable, wasn't it? You know, that was some punch.
It was.
So. I mean, I look forward to doing that on Saturday.
Yeah.
Me and you waffling on the live show on Sky.
Absolutely. So make sure you tune in there, Sky Sports. So if you get a chance to watch Matthews versus
who do you
Flanagan.
think, just sorry to butt in, on the light heavyweight, who would you think is better, Kovalev or Stevenson, if they were to fight? They're the two stand out.
Yeah, I think Kovalev. Personally, I just think all round.
I
think he's a great.
Hard,
he's solid, man. It's like hitting an oak tree. You see him, just everything. He's just so solid. He punches so hard. Stevenson, we've seen him blow out on cold.
Yeah.
When he's good, we saw him beating Tony Bellew. I mean, he looks sensational. When he's good, he's really good. But when he's not on point, he's not so good. But Kovalev, for me, just seems to be. Do you know what I mean? He just seems to hit it every time. And I think that, you know, you got Andre Ward now up at light heavyweight as well. And I think that Kovalev would beat him, but Andre Ward, I mean, stick him in the mix.
I just think Kovalev's all wrong for Stevenson. Do you know what I mean? He's tough, he's hard, he'll take his best shots. You know, I just he'll take Stevenson's best shot. He'll just keep coming forward and forward. And but that's interesting. I know he wasn't the biggest super middleweight in the world, Andre Ward, but him coming up to light heavyweight, because I honestly think he is one of the best fighters
of the modern era.
Of the modern era. I mean, you know, like, and a lot of people might turn the nose up and say, "Oh, you're joking," you know, because he's been plagued with injuries, and some of the fights we wanted to see haven't happened. But as far as skill set is concerned, he's got to be one of the best. I mean, he's I agree. You actually watch him and study him. He's a great.
The British fans might remember him for beating Cole Froch, you know, and we know how good Cole Froch was, and the way he boxed Cole Froch, to be fair, he won the fight and won it. Won it clearly, didn't he? I mean, he outfought Froch, he outboxed Froch. And unfortunately for Ward, I think he's become the chairman of the Who Wants Him club. That's why he's been so active. Yeah, he has been plagued with injury as well, but really, no one wants to fight the guy. Nah. He's just a complete all-round fighter, isn't he? Yeah, and it's such a shame he's had a stop-start career. I mean, I know all about that. And it is frustrating, you know, but because not only for him but for the fans, because you want to see the best fight week in, week out, don't you? 100%. And you're sort of robbed a little bit by his, you know, you got to wrap him in cotton wool, I think, so we can see more of him. But you know, you know, it'll be exciting to see him up in light heavyweight. Just quickly, if you do want to ask a question, anyone, remember you got to log in, and if you do want to come on screen, request to chat. Which is the top right, the little button there, and you can come on. If not, you can type your questions down there. Also, we're going to be giving away signed Amir Khan glove, aren't we? So that's it. One of you lucky viewers there, we will pick you out at random, and that will be for the best question of the night, the one that we think, bang, you've got us, best question. We will just pick you out randomly and just go, you know what? You got an Amir Khan glove. So make sure you come up, request a chat, come up, have a chat with us. It's all boxing talk. Love to see your face on the screen. If you ain't got the bottle to come up on the screen, just write your messages underneath. We've got a couple of messages coming in. What I'll just quickly say with the glove as well, it's at the lot. Hold on, what is it? The email address again? The live show at yahoo.com. I'll remind you at the end anyway. But get your question in, the best question, and we'll get you on there. Right, so we've got someone agrees with you, Spencer. We've got, so you guys are taking the live show to Sky Sports as well for one night only. Only for one night only. Yeah, so it becomes a partnership now. We don't do things on our own anymore. It's a package. It's a package. It's a duo. So we would do that. I'm looking forward to it. What else we've got here? This show is brilliant. There's nothing like it out there. I've watched your archives. You've had some fantastic guests. I'm not joking. This is just the start of,
we've been through, both mine and Spencer, lucky enough to know some very interesting people who have been, in front of the camera for whatever reason. And,
they're at the top of the game, whether it's whether it's acting, whether it's boxing, whether it's football or whatever. We just over the years got to know a few people, and they all like the concept of the show. I mean, this is the first show I think that it's been live and interactive. We've got access to all the boxers. We've got access to all the Matchroom Sport boxers, which is really cool. Tony Sims, a good friend of Darren's, also a good friend of mine, and we know all the guys that are coming through. So we are very fortunate in that, and we're going to be bringing you some brilliant stuff over the next few months. We really have got some great shows coming up.
Right. Another one there.
What's the head-to-head? What's the head-to-head there?
Head-to-head this week. Hold on. Head-to-head this week. Have you been hustled against Spencer? No. It's your idea, wasn't it? Yeah, you'll see this later on. We won't give too much away, but you'll see later on. But
later on in the show, we will be bringing the head-to-head up. This week, we go golf. So we're not going to show it just yet, but this week we go golf. It's one that I requested. Yes, I was hustled last time out in the skating, and yeah, I did get hammered, but you're going to have to see this one. This one really is funny, so make sure you stay tuned in. You're going to love this. This whole series that we're doing on these head-to-heads, it's just amazing. We've got some brilliant ones
at the end.
We've got some brilliant ones, and the forfeit for us, for either one of us losers at the end of the series, whether it be 10-9, 10-8, 10-7, the loser has to jump out of a plane. And let me tell you, I hate heights. I can't stand heights. And you ain't too clever either, are you?
I'm not. So, I mean, I can't think of many worse forfeits, if I'm honest.
No.
The thought of it now, I'm getting sweaty palms thinking about it. So remember, we want you lot to be in control of this as well. So every week, if you've got an idea for a head-to-head, let us know, and we'll try our best to do it. But we've had some good ones, and you'll like this week's one. It is very funny. Right. I'm afraid Amir Khan is going to get beat.
I listen. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I totally agree. I think that moving up a couple of weight divisions is not the greatest move for Amir Khan. I personally think he should have gone for the Kell Brook fight. I think that's a fight that the public wanted to see. I think it's a fight that would have cemented his legacy, and him taking that, him not going for that fight, I think it's just because what he's going to do is he's going to get done by Alvarez. This is what I think. He's going to get done by Alvarez, and then he's going to go, you know what, I was up at middleweight, it's not my real weight division, and he's going to want to come down and fight Brook. Then that fight out with Alvarez is going to take that bit more out of him, and I believe Brook will beat him, and then he'll make excuses for that. But that's just
what I think though. Like when you actually think about it, how on earth is Amir Khan been given the opportunity to fight for the middleweight world title? It's mental. It's absolutely mental. And then just say, I'll agree with you, mate, as well. I cannot see Amir Khan beating him. I'll be shocked. I'll be absolutely shocked. But if he was to somehow pull it off, does Kell Brook get the opportunity to fight for the middleweight world title? And do they have a big middleweight showdown at
But the point is they're welterweights. That's the point. That's the point. It's like, I mean, I don't see the point in him jumping up 2 weight divisions when he had a massive fight down at welterweight. Eddie Hearn give him a massive offer, put it on the table, could have filled Wembley Stadium. That's a no-brainer to me. I mean, I don't understand why he feels the need to move up and fight Alvarez at middleweight. And if he thinks that Mayweather showed him the blueprint on how to beat Alvarez, he ain't Mayweather.
Nah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Only one Mayweather,
so because he boxes on the back foot, Mayweather does something only Mayweather does. So I just think it's a silly move.
A lot of people keep going on about, he's got the speed and that. I mean, if you've watched any of Alvarez's fights, he's a joke. He's an absolute joke. How quick he is, how strong he is. He's good at cutting the ring down. I mean, he's just not slow. He's one of the quickest fighters out there. People think, don't get me wrong, Amir Khan has got the speed, but there's not a great deal in it, if I'm honest with you. I mean, he punches well to the body, to the head. As much as I would like Amir Khan to win for British boxing and for the potential of him and Kell to win, to fight in a big fight for the country, and I'm thinking of British boxing, I just can't see it, man. I just
love that one that just come in there. Someone's just put on there. Does that mean that you've got Amir Khan on the show next week?
No. Right.
Listen, we're not slagging Amir Khan off. We're just saying that we don't see a way that he can win the fight against Alvarez. And I just think that Matchroom offered him a better deal to box.
To be fair, though,
and that's a fight that I would like to have seen. I mean, you got around it to him. He's got balls going up to that weight and taking the fight. But we're not doubting Amir Khan's balls. I mean, we've seen that before.
Yeah.
We've seen it in every fight that he's had. You know, against Maidana, he just showed unbelievable courage to get through that fight. So not taking anything away from him. We're not slagging him off. We just think it was a stupid move, him going up to middleweight, when I think there's bigger fights in his own weight division.
What else we've got here then? How do we get access to all these guys? Well, we know a lot of them personally, don't we? The personality. Yeah. Looks or personality. We did the quick fire, didn't we? With Brian Burnett. It's funny.
Yeah,
one of the
really
questions we asked in there, looks or personality, and that stuns a few people. That's the one question that they take a bit of time answering. It's true, just because of his name. How do you guys get the chance to come in from nowhere? Oh, right, Amir Khan, we've been over that.
Absolutely.
So does that mean you're having Amir Khan on the show? Selby, Hunter, discuss. Is Hunter any good?
Listen, he's not bad. He's not bad. He's been beaten, but he's not bad. And I think he's a good test for Selby. You got to remember, Selby's just become world champion. You got to allow him to grow into that. I think that he's a great fighter, Selby, and I think he could be really, really good. I think he's going to be tough to beat. I don't think Hunter's going to be good enough to beat him. Hunter's tough, but I don't think he's got the style. I think his style's all wrong for Selby. And I think that Selby will look sensational. Yeah. And that's on the undercard of the Joshua fight.
Oh, is it on there? Yeah,
it's been put on the undercard of the Joshua fight now, which is going to be a great thing.
That's one potentially. They're talking because Selby Frampton.
Yeah, absolutely. And another kid. I'm just going to bring this up while we're on this subject. Now, Kid Galahad, who people might remember, was the British super bantamweight champion, European super bantamweight champion as well. Yeah. Kid Galahad got banned for 2 years for steroid use, some form of steroid, I believe. Got banned for 2 years. Now he's just been given 6 months back, basically. So they've just taken 6 months off of his 2-year ban, which so he gets his license back on March the 20th. So that means that he could possibly, I'm hearing rumours, he could possibly be boxing on the Kelbrook undercard on the 26th of March, which will be, I mean, it's good that he realises, do you know what? It's what he done was wrong. I think he realises what he done was wrong, and there's all sorts of speculation on, whether his brother that gave him the steroids, he said that it was done. Whatever it was, I don't want to get into it because I don't really know, and I don't really want to know what it was. But basically, he was banned for a banned substance. He served his time. It'd be good to have him back because he was a great little fighter, and then he's going to be in the mix with Selby. He's going to be in the mix with Frampton, and it'd be good to see him back. So I think he served his ban. What he done was stupid, but he's back anyway. He gets his license back on March 20th, and he could be on the 26th. So that could be really interesting as well. Another great addition to the smaller guys.
Definitely. I don't know where I sit with it. I'm honestly don't know if it's genuine or not.
No, absolutely. That's right.
This is a massive discussion that's going forever. But like you say, he has the punishment he was given. And so So right, I quite like this question from Ali Spratt. Are the Eubanks mad for leaving Matchroom and fighting Blackwell for the British instead of the regular WA? Well, I personally think so. Yeah, I mean, I'm pro Matchroom. They looked after me. They got me the world title shots that I wanted. But in boxing, you pave the way and you work your way up to get to number one mandatory shot, number one contender to fight for world title. You do not go backwards. It doesn't make sense.
Crazy.
You strive to get to that position to fight for world title. Don't get me wrong. I know it's a credible title, the British title, blah 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 blah. But I just don't think you do not overlook a world title. It's just crazy. It's to say in some mad world that Blackwell beats him.
Well, listen, Blackwell's a banana skin, mate. Don't forget Blackwell. When he boxed Billy Joe Saunders, he was unlucky not to win that fight.
Good win over Ryder.
Yeah, absolutely. Good win over Ryder. Great win over Ryder. We was there for that one. Wasn't he knocking out in the 7th round, something like that? Yeah. I think it was. But against Billy Joe Saunders, he lost in a split decision. A lot of people thought he'd win that. So this ain't no easy fight for Eubank. And if he thinks it is, it could be a potential banana skin. So I think it's a stupid move by Eubanks, but then you wouldn't really expect anything less with him and his father always playing silly little games. And I think that he was in brilliant position with Matchroom. He had the chance to get great exposure on Sky and decided to jump ships. He's now doing this fight with Hennessy on Channel 5, I believe it is. But it could be a tough fight. And I just don't. I just
think the old man thinks he knows it all. And I'm not being funny. He's a legend of British boxing, but you don't leave Matchroom. You know, I don't care whether you love them or hate them, or you don't like Eddie, you don't like Barry, or you do love them. Like you just said then, to be on Sky TV, you know, on the biggest shows,
big platform,
the biggest promoter in Europe by far, one of the biggest in the world even, with the potential of having a future heavyweight champion on his card. I mean, you don't leave him, but, you know, I think he's probably been steered massively by his old man. But anyway, right, why would Joshua take this fight? It's a cheap belt, and I don't think it's progressed. It's a cheap belt, and I don't think he's progressing enough. He looks manufactured, not natural.
I could give you a good answer for that one. So why would Joshua take this fight? Right. So Anthony Joshua's been catapulted up into number 2 by the WBC. He had a great fight last time out. I mean, yes, he come through some dodgy patches. Got rocked down to the sole of his boots. I think that's standing him in good stead. I stand him in good stead for this up and coming fight. Charles Martin's undefeated in 23, 21 knockouts. And this fight is all going to be over in 3 rounds. These two are going to go hell for leather. But I think it's a fight that Joshua could win, and that sets up some massive fights. I mean, let me just say what went on at the weekend. Luis Ortiz, who's the Cuban kid.
You rate him, didn't you?
I rate him. He's like 26 unbeaten, 22 knockouts. He won in 6 rounds against Tony Thompson. Now, you might remember Tony Thompson knocking David Price out twice. Tony Thompson's a great fighter, and Ortiz played with him. Yeah. So he's in the mix. Right, you've got Lucas Brown, who went over and beat Shagayev. So now Lucas Brown's a WBA champion. So now he's in the mix because he's managed by Ricky Hatton. There's some massive fights out there for Joshua. For me, I think the best potentially out of them all is Joshua. I've always said that.
Yeah.
And that's not on a personal note. I do honestly believe that the kid has potentially got everything that he takes. And I think that what happened to him last time out was only good for him. I think that he needed that. It was a little
It was
every fighter needs to go through that. He needs to go into that lonely place to find out if you've got what it takes to pull yourself through. Now, he was gone for a couple of rounds and he pulled himself through, turned it around, and was an amazing finish, wasn't it? Against a kid that had beaten him. A kid that had beaten him as an amateur. So there was a lot of psychological disadvantages for Joshua going in there as well. There was a lot of emotion on the line. So I think that will stand him in good stead. And I think that he beats Charles Martin and sets up some massive fights in the summer. Tyson Fury as well is one that we're looking forward to.
Well, guest 2478, why isn't he fighting Price and other British fighters? Our heavyweights here will give him a bit of test. Well, he does. I don't think he particularly wants any more tests. He wants to fight for a world title.
Absolutely.
If the opportunity's there, then why you not like they've said about Eubanks? You take the shot. You get it. You know, to get a.
If you're good, if you're good enough, you're good enough.
Yeah, of course.
And they believe that, that's exactly what Joshua is. I think it's a fight that they believe they can win. Out of all the champions that are out there, you've got Deontay Wilder, wouldn't go near him right now. You've got Tyson Fury, wouldn't go near him right now. Charles Martin, very raw, tall, southpaw, very heavy-handed, but he's very raw as well.
Yeah.
And he's a fighter that is very beatable. So I think that's a fight Joshua should take. He got offered the fight, and it's a fight that will be good.
Right. We got a friend of yours here, Spencer, Jake Wood.
I can see him down there. I can see his name.
Jake, if you want to request a chat, mate, come up. And we'd love to have a chat with you, mate.
I can see. I had Jake in the gym yesterday, so it was roughing him up a little bit in the gym.
Bash you up?
If you ask, do a few little dirty tactics there.
Well, the old pro.
A few little dirty tactics. So here he is. He's on there, Dal. So pull him up. Look, he's
come up.
He's coming up.
Come up. I'll be here in a minute.
Okay.
So I want to hear if you bash you up.
Yeah, so I was roughing him up in the gym a little bit. Here he is. Jakey.
How you doing, mate? Darren, all right, Spence?
All good, mate. All good. So listen, we're talking about the heavyweights at the moment, which is obviously Joshua. You're going to be at the fight on the 9th. Joshua versus Charles Martin, a fight that I believe he can win. It's a tough fight. Southpaw, undefeated fighter.
Yeah.
Matchroom have got the confidence in him. But if he comes through that fight, there's some massive fights out there. How would you see him against Tyson Fury right now?
I think it's too early, isn't it? I think it's a good matchup for this for Joshua. But my worry is if he wins it, where does he go from here?
Yeah,
he's only with the big boys. Then he's with Fury, Wilder. I think that's a little bit too early for him, to be honest. As we said,
he's had a bit of a touch. He has. Sorry, Jake, because if he wins the fight, he gets 2 voluntary defences. So pretty much what happens there is Eddie and the team can pick, I think, the top 20, is it?
Yeah, I think that they was talking about Joseph Parker, a kid called Joseph Parker, unbeaten.
Oh, he's got 2 voluntary after the.
2 voluntary, yeah.
Well, you're right. Yeah, he definitely needs a few more fights under his belt before he faces Fury. I think Fury does him at the moment. I think Joshua is a good fight, but I think Joshua's just too big physically. He's just too big.
Yeah. What about Hay Fury?
I think Fury all day long. He'll just pick him up and spin him. And Hayes he's like a cruiserweight, really, isn't he? So you saw that when Hay fought Klitschko as well. He gave it a good. Well, the fight was what it was, but size-wise, they were just it looked like a mismatch.
I think that's the problem with David Hay. I think that if you look down the history of him, David Hay to me is a great fighter, and I think that if he's on top, he's unbelievable. But when he's ever come up against the real big boys, Klitschko being the name that you just mentioned, if you don't fancy it, he'll box on the outside and he won't get himself involved. And you can't do that against someone like Fury, can you?
Is he?
No.
Yeah, you've got to have the ability to bully yourself in there, and he can't do that. If they just grab him out of it, he's as we saw versus Klitschko, just swinging from too far away. He's too small. So I think Joshua does him all day long.
Yeah,
Jake, please tell me you bashed Spencer up in the gym.
It was, we always have. Yeah, no, I love getting down. I love getting down there with Spencer. We do a little bit of sparring. Obviously, he holds back, and he's extra. So,
he tells me he goes.
Who told you I was holding back? hey, it goes like that, Jake, doesn't it? It's like that. What? Yeah.
No, I love my boxing. I love keeping fit. Anyway, I'm always in the gym, and it's always great to get down to the boxing gym with Spencer and do a bit of training with her.
Did you grow up with boxing, Jay?
Not really. I did a little bit at school, and then a little bit at St Pancras gym.
Yeah.
Boxing club when I was younger, but then I didn't really like getting hit, and then the accident sort of took off.
Yeah.
I thought that was the better route. Yeah.
Probably done yourself well there, mate. If I'm honest. Yeah. So listen, Jake, the big fight's coming up at in the near future. We've got Anthony Joshua, obviously Charles Martin. You're going to be at that fight?
Yeah, looking forward to that. Hopefully, I'll be ringside for that. I know it's a popular fight, so tickets will be at a premium, won't they? But
we might be in the rafters, mate.
What's that?
We might be in the heavens.
Yeah. So hopefully be there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That should be good. There's going to be some good fights. I think is McDonald fighting there as well.
Yeah, he is. And I think
Selby on there.
Selby's on there as well.
So I think they always do well with a good undercard, don't they, for Joshua? So and obviously the Joshua fight will be a great fight. I think.
Who are you picking for the Joshua fight?
I think Joshua will come through that. I really do. But it's a good test. It's a good test. I think he's a tricky customer, this one.
And what about, so moving on, we've got on the same night as Joshua, we've got Manny Pacquiao. Don't know what you think about him coming back, but he's back and he's boxing Timothy Bradley. Now, Bradley, you might remember, he beat him controversially in 2012. Pacquiao probably won 8 of the 12 rounds, but they give it to Bradley, which was ridiculous. Now, Pacquiao says this is his farewell fight. Do you think it's the right move for him to come back?
Yeah, why not? A big payday, innit? Just wonder how he is coming back from that injury, but it's probably a good match at the moment. He's coming back from injury. Don't know what Bradley's done recently, but he hasn't done that much. So it could be a good fight.
Cool.
Bash me up, Bradley.
Oh yeah, Darren boxed Timothy Bradley. That's Darren up.
That's right. He's a good boxer, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been about 2 points. He's a machine. Just didn't stop coming forward. Trying to back him. Piss off.
He's just not even taking it. Yeah.
Oh, we've got a question for you here, Jake.
Jake,
who did you like watching in your early years?
What's that? What, acting wise or boxing?
No, boxing. I think they're probably talking about.
Obviously, I grew up with sort of Nigel Benn, didn't I, and all that, and Eubank Ben. That was kind of my era, I guess. So, and then before that, sort of. My dad was into boxing, so he was all like, he's got stories of like staying up all night listening to the radio under the covers with the Ali fights and all that. So, but I I definitely grew up. Prince Nassim, used to love the Prince, and obviously it was a good time for the middleweights, wasn't it?
You get a lot of boxing these days, don't you? You go to a lot of the shows, the big fights.
Yeah, try. Yeah, I haven't been for a little while because obviously work and family commitments, but as much as I can, I'll always get out. Yeah.
We'll get onto that Adam Smith, mate. Make sure you get some tickets for the 9th. Put him under pressure. Put him under pressure.
Yeah.
We're trying to put him under pressure ourselves at the moment. We don't even know what's going on.
The hard man to pin down, yeah.
He is, mate. He is. But listen, I'm going to be catching up with you again soon. Then I'll see you in the next week or so in the gym, I suppose. And and we'll crack on, mate. But listen, it's been great having you on, Jake.
Nice one, Jake.
Yeah, appreciate you coming on, mate. And I'll speak to you in the next couple of days, yeah?
Listen, mate, loving the show. Keep it up.
Yeah, cheers, Jake.
Care,
God bless, mate. Cheers.
Bye. See you later.
Cheers, buddy.
Bye,
that was wicked having Jake on there,
yeah,
mate. He's
quality. He knows his
massive,
stuff,
massive boxing fan. Like goes to all the boxing shows. Become a good pal of mine. We do a lot of stuff down the gym as well. He's not a bad boxing, though.
Really? Shaped up.
Yeah, he's a bit lively. So yeah, it's really good having him on the show. So nice of him to come up. And just to let you know, we will be getting Jake on in a few weeks. He'll be coming on as a guest to answer all your questions, to talking about a lot of stuff that he's got going on. I'm not going to talk about it now. I'll let him say that, but he's going to be a great guest to have on, and he will be coming on in the next few weeks. So a little bit of Jake Wood on the show's a little bit sweet. What else have we got going on, Dale? What else have we got going on?
Do you want to show?
Oh, should we go? Should we do it? Should we do it? Right. So every week we're doing the head-to-heads, aren't we? So at the moment, Darren's winning 2-1 at the moment, 2-1. And we went golf this week. I requested to play golf as well because I thought I want to get back to level. So
he fancied himself.
It did. But I've got to tell you, it was bloody cold out there. And for both of us, it didn't quite go according to plan. So let's take a look how it went this week down at the Shire Golf Course. Let's take a look how it went. Today's head-to-head is at the Shire Golf Course in Barnet. A difficult one. We've got a par 3, 1 hole. How are you feeling?
I'm not confident. Sevi Ballesteros designed this, and look at the first one. It's a par 3. You've got to go over water, and I'm not confident. No, I'm not. It'll go in the water, not over the water.
Well, let's see how we get on. Starting again.
Please, calm down. Can you sense the best?
Water again.
Oh! Hello! Go ahead, jump in the one drop. Yes. Good job! Good job! I think you might have licked it there.
Oh, it's decent. So, you got the break, you got it again.
Oh! So what's that? Oh! Oh, you hear that?
There you go.
3-1. We got there in the end.
Right, that's it then. So I'm 3-1 up at the minute. And by the way, if you want to just quickly, if you want to watch that video, I know the quality wasn't the greatest. We're just having a bit of technical issues with the Wi-Fi or whatever. But you can go on our archives and it's crystal clear.
Crystal clear, and then you can hear me beeping out as much as I was beeping out there. But
yeah,
listen,
3-1.
3-1 to the Barker, and that was one that I was really confident in winning there. I'm going to put that down to playing crap.
We were
Just playing
absolutely
crap.
shocking.
So yeah, just shocking. I mean, what you saw there was nothing to what we actually done. I mean, it was terrible.
But we got some good ones coming up, haven't we?
We got some brilliant ones coming up next week. We're going go-karting. That's going to be great fun.
We've got what do we do?
Oh, we've got bowling coming up.
Bowling.
Bowling.
We're doing a penalty shootout against the Brian Woods first team goalkeeper.
And any ideas that you guys have got for us to do head-to-head, keep them coming. Because it's all going to be good. But we've got someone on there, Darren.
Yeah, Christos Pat. Come up, mate. Ask a question.
Christos Pat. Let's have a little look.
Let's come on. See what. Ask us anything you want. Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Hey, there you go, isn't it?
I'm there with Charlie, look.
Hey.
Hey.
It's a birthday boy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a birthday boy. Hello, Charlie. So look, for all of you there, this is my little boy. This is my little son and my granddad, Rodney, who we call Rooney. It's his birthday today. How old are you, granddad?
Getting on a bit. I can't divulge that on the air, but I am getting on a bit nowadays.
Happy birthday, Rodney. Happy birthday, mate.
Hey, I'm still mobile, as they say.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, that's brilliant. Well, happy birthday, mate. How's it all going?
Cheers. Thanks, mates. Yeah, all right. Yeah, not too bad.
You having a good night?
All right. A little bit intoxicated, so I've got to be careful what I say on the air.
I can't believe that.
Is that my sister in the background and all, messing about?
You got the whole family there.
Yeah, they're all there. I should be there, but the live show has taken over.
Well, he's going to be with you soon. He's going to be with you soon, Rodney. He'll be there, mate. Don't worry.
Bye, Charlie. Charlie, hello.
I got a nice present, Dal. I'm going to the O2 to see the Muhammad Ali exhibition.
Oh, that'll be cool. That'll be cool.
All right, nice one. Right, so I'll see you later on, mate. I'll catch up with you later.
God bless you later, Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie.
There you go. It's your granddad. It's his birthday.
But he's the godfather. He's the godfather of the Barkers. He's the main man.
And how old is he?
71, I think.
Really?
71. But he's like an 18-year-old.
That's young for a granddad, though.
Yeah.
My granddad's 96.
He's a top man. He's a top man. Knows his boxing. Followed me all around the world.
Oh, wicked, man. That was nice to see him. Nice to see him on. That's what
and
you're
the
going
future champ, Charlie there.
Nice, man.
I suppose it's inevitable that he's going
to. Well, look, there's a lot of happy birthdays coming in for you, granddad. Happy birthday, Marcus.
Nice one.
There's a question at the bottom here. What's that one?
Ali Spratt again. Do you think Frampton will fight Redondo, assuming Redondo can get a visa? Because for you who don't know, Redondo wasn't granted a visa to come to England, so he fight with Dickinson.
Dickinson
is off
on Saturday. He's off.
Frampton fight him?
Will Frampton fight him? I'm not sure.
I'm sure he would. I think he would.
Yeah, I think that it's a fight that we want to see. But I personally think that Frampton might go up to featherweight and fight the Cruz, because I'm not sure how easy he makes super bantamweight. If I'm honest, I think that he's struggling. I think there's a lot of talk that Frampton's struggling to make the weight. He still says that he makes it comfortably, but I think that the sensible move might be for him to move up to featherweight. And the Cruz, I think, is a fight that he can win as well.
Yeah,
great fighter, Frampton, and really looking forward to seeing what he brings to the table in the next couple of years.
Ali, you've asked some brilliant questions on the chat. Why don't you come up and ask a question? You request a chat, you can come up and ask us one.
Yeah, he has asked some great questions. I think there might be a little glove going to Ali. What do you reckon? I think he deserves a glove for some of the questions he's asked.
I think so. He's gearing up for a glove, I'm thinking.
Has he had a glove? Has he? He got a whole room full of gloves. He might be getting another one, mate. Let's see what else is there. What's that great show? Much better than Ringside. Guess 2483. Whoa, let's hope Adam Smith's watching that one. Yeah, brilliant. It's nice, really nice that everybody's enjoying the show anyway. I mean, we're having great fun doing it, aren't we?
All right, I'm not joking. If there's nothing more I want to do. I mean, I'll change the other co-host, but other than that,
you would have seen him 15 minutes before we went on air. He was lying on the settee like a slob with a pizza,
can I move
a
that
can,
thing so
and just it's just a complete mess. Just look at the state of it.
That's my takeaway there.
He's a complete slob. But anyway, I think we're coming to the end of the show, mate. If I'm honest, well, I think we've had a lot of chat. We've got loads of stuff going on. Now, next week, we've got Johnny Nelson in with us, and he's going to be talking about a lot of the stuff that we've already covered, getting a different view from it, but also giving us some different views and other stuff that he's up to as well. Loads of gossip. He's got some great stuff, Johnny, and it'd be great to have him on. So Johnny Nelson is the next guest. So don't let us down, Johnny. Make sure you come on, because we've got that let down this week, last minute. But we've salvaged the show. I think we've done well. I don't want to carry on waffling on too much. I think we've had a great night.
Blind, that was good, mate.
Great night. So
Liverpool are beating Man U. All right, okay. Look forward to seeing the live show on Sky Sports. Who wins the glove? Lorraine's telling us. All right,
who wins the glove? Well,
are we allowed to give Jake the glove?
I think that's fair. Yeah, he was the only one that come up. I think that's it. I think we give it to Jake Wood. I think he deserves it. We've got a signed Amir Khan glove coming to you, Jake. I know.
Just out of curiosity, sorry, guest 2483 saying me. We don't know who you are. I mean, I don't know if you log in and you can put a name.
Yeah,
down.
if you need to put your name in, and yes, give the glove to Jake Woods. Guest 5.
Give the glove to your granddad.
Give the glove to your granddad.
You only want signed gloves from me. You don't care about anyone.
You want to go round his granddad's house? It's absolutely ridiculous. It's like a shrine. It's like gloves everywhere, belts everywhere, boots everywhere. You name it, it's everything. So that's where you're going now, right? You're going to see your granddad?
I don't think I'll get round there now. I was at the Chelsea game last night. We got stuffed, and I had a couple of drinks.
So you're lightweight. You blow your granddad out.
Early night for me, I think.
Right, well, listen, I think that's it from us lot. I think we've had a great night. There's been some great guests, great questions. Love having you all on the show. Make sure you tune in next week, 8 o'clock. Every week, 8 o'clock GMT time. We're going to be here. We're going to have different guests on. Johnny Nelson
will be joining us next week. There's lots of gossip and you get all the inside info.
And any shows you've missed in the past, go onto our archives. You can see them. We've got some great shows. Every week they're getting better. But from me, Spencer Oliver.
Myself, Darren Barker.
This is The Live Show.